transgender student attacked by bully as classmates laugh and share video. When 13-year-old Ian Ring began transitioning last year, his mother's biggest fear was that he get beaten up for being trans. That fear recently came true. When it happened, Ring's fellow classmates laughed and widely shared video of his assault on the social media platform Snapchat. Now Ring, a 13-year-old transgender, old 7th grader at Dr. Jonas E. Salk Middle School in Spokane, Washington, and his family have filed 4th-degree assault charges against his attacker. Police say they've investigated whether Ring's trans identity motivated his attacker, something that would turn the assault charge into a hate crime. Ring was attacked while walking to his bus after school. Ring said, quote, "I turned around, he pushed me, and then I pushed him back, and he got closer, and he punched me, and then he continued from there. Then I had taken his glasses off to try and get him away," unquote. Instead, helping Ring's classmates just watched and laughed, recorded the attack on their cell phones. This infuriates me. Mm-hmm. This is horrible. This happens every day.
Yeah, I wish I was 13 years old. I would go to Spokane and just beat the living crap out of that bully. It's kind of what I used to do in my young days, so why not go back to it, you know? But let's talk to these kids that watched this boy get attacked and decided to film him instead of helping. What is wrong with you kids? Stop trying to be a follower, be a leader and support this kid that's in your school doing something so phenomenal and something that's probably way out of your wheelhouse to even begin to try to do, you know?
Well, in a way, I'm glad they recorded it because that's one word.
Proof.
Evidence. Mm-hmm. Yes, proof. Second of all, the parents are charging with 4th-degree assault. Good for them. Sue the school board. I know I said this the last time we did a story about a school being essentially negligent. Lawyers get attention. Sue the school.
And they'll win.
And they'll win. And they'll get, hopefully, change. Because we think of Washington as being this big blue state. Spokane is East Washington. It is right up there bordering next to Idaho, and I think that's Idaho says all we need to know.
Did you just say Fort Lauderdale and the panhandle of Florida? Is that what you just said in terms of Washington liberal versus not so?
Quite possibly.
But it also goes back to, again, to we talk about hate. You know, these kids learn hate somewhere. Is it social media? Is it the news?
Their parents?
You know, is their parents instilling it? But it also comes to, now this is a time where those kids have to be held accountable. You know, the kids and their parents should be held accountable. We have to start putting consequences to actions. Yeah. We can't just talk about it.
And kudos to Ian for fighting back and for hitting back. I'm sorry, you know, I'm not no, I do like violence. Forget it. I was gonna say
violence when necessary.
No, but violence when necessary.
Absolutely.
Of course, Sarah. You know, he's got to stand up for himself, and he was able to.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sure.
Too many of us stay hit or run away. He didn't. So kudos to him.
Yeah.
Yep, and here we just talked about the trans story before, and this ties into this younger person who's transgendering, learning to stand up for themselves young.
Yeah.
And learning before, you know, it starts to get bad out there.
You know, that's really interesting. Maybe that is a message of the modern civil rights movement for LGBT is to stand up. We won't cower in a dark corner anymore. Interesting for us to consider.
Yes, these videos are really good because they're creating awareness. These things happen, and these things have to stop.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.